I want to speak about the anti-blackness that exists inside the WWE. I initially set out on the road to make this video based on I wanted to do a video about the $1 Million Man and Virgil, who was supposed to be his bodyguard. But in all actuality, Virgil was actually a coon, and they got a video where they stereotypically picked out a black child to dribble a basketball and didn't pay him. And we're going to break down that in this video. I'm going to show the audio and the video of it. But as I dug more on and going down the rabbit hole, of looking into the WWE's history, they had a lot of racist anti-black activity going on in there. Triple H has made racist anti-black comments, everything on to the Generation X, Kurt Angle, Hulk Hogan, you name it. Then I start, the more digging I started to do, I just realized that the very fabric of Vince McMahon and the WWE was based on anti-black racism. They even had a segment on WWE where they went into the Nation of Domination's locker room and messed it up. Somebody did that, and they put a lot of racist anti-black statements on the wall, this, that, and the other. So I got the audio and the video of all of this, family, and we're gonna walk through and break it down and talk about it how we normally do. But truth be told, if I probably went deeper into digging in, WWE's past and history, I probably could have came up with more things to talk about. And, it's brought to my attention now that Vince McMahon has stepped down because he got a lot of, sexual crimes of the sexual nature he's being accused of. And he still ain't in jail. But that goes back to that, having the complexion for the protection. But Diddy, on the other hand, they locked that brother up, without any just means to do so, just off of hearsay. But a lot of times when you're black, you're guilty until proven innocent. But that's another story. But I probably could have, went a little bit deeper, into finding more things out about the WWE if I would have looked hard enough. But, I used to be a fan of wrestling when I was a kid, more so the WCW. But, they probably had things going on in there too of the anti-black nature if I would, dig into their history. But for the purpose of this video, we focused on WWE, and they certainly got a lot of racist anti-black activity going on. So I got the audio and the video of some things we're going to be walking through and breaking it down, family. Just a second. Just a second, family. It's a commercial playing. I don't want to get copyrighted. Fair use, fair use. Wait till you hear this, family. All of this racist stuff. I don't know if y'all can see the Nation of Domination's locker room, but a whole heap of anti-black racism is sprawled on the walls of their locker room. But let's continue. Now they could be construed. They are racist if y'all can see what I'm seeing, but I don't know if y'all can. Vince McMahon himself is a stone cold white supremacist, if you ask me, so that's reflected into his company, you know what I mean? But he stepped down now, but I'm pretty sure if you look hard enough, you can find anti-black activity going on in the WWE till this day. But let's continue.
You asked for this opportunity to speak. No, we didn't ask for this opportunity to speak. We asked for this opportunity to come out here and ask you and to address why is there racism here in the World Wrestling Federation when you just said yourself last week or 2 weeks ago that there wasn't? Are you losers out there?
Listen to this guy, family. I don't know who this wrestler is. He looked like an old early 90s or late 80s wrestler, truth be told, but I don't know who he is. But listen to the nonsense he's talking. And they love to spew that monkey term around when in all actuality, you cut a monkey's fur off, it's white underneath. That's more like them than us, truth be told. But they don't like to talk about that narrative. But let's continue.
Because President Bono won't give your idiot race South Africa. Why don't you grow up, Brown, and do something you're qualified for, like shining shoes?
So you hear that shining shoes? They just love to think of black folks in, subservient, submissive positions. You hear what he said? A black man shouldn't be talking first. And be in the back of the line instantly. Yeah, that's enough of that. Y'all get the gist of that, family. But let's put it on to the $1 million man with the sellout Virgil, who's supposed to be the bodyguard. But in all actuality, that Virgil was nothing more than a coon, if you ask me. Nothing more, nothing less. And he ought to be ashamed of himself for the role he played, because he also played a role in WCW as being a part of the NWO, but he was basically, they run and go grab this Negro. They need water, go run and grab this. Whenever they needed their dirty work done, his name in the WCW though was Vincent, but he was still playing the same type of submissive role, the tokenized Negro who put himself on the line for the dominant white society. And I don't respect that part of, Virgil as a character, or his other character he played as Vincent, being a submissive, subservient Negro. But let me get that video, family. Just a second. It's a commercial. I don't want to get copyrighted. Fair use, fair use. That's the $1 million man and Virgil. And Virgil got the basketball, but wait till you see, they're going to stereotypically call the young black child up there to dribble a basketball. I'm going to speed it up for the purpose of this video. Here's where they go grab the little kid, the little black kid. They got him coming up now. And me, I would already knew what this was hitting for. My black senses would have went off. I wouldn't even have let my black child go up there, in front of everybody and dribble a basketball. That's stereotypical of what the dominant white society thinks black people should be doing, entertaining them, rapping on the mic, or dribbling the basketball. And I don't respect it, nor do I, co-sign or endorse this,
What's your name, son? Sean. Okay, Sean. Can you dribble a basketball?
See?
You can dribble a basketball, okay. Virgil, give me the basketball. Now let me see. Can you dribble that basketball 10 times? Let me see you dribble a basketball 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Go. Okay, pick the ball up, Virgil. I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
But I do respect my people, black folks, getting money and entertainment, in sports, as long as it's positive, truth be told. But that's stereotypical, I wanted to break that down and, let it be known that I ain't knocking that, but that's just a stereotypical roles that they think black people are supposed to be in. But let's continue. So the young black child is dribbling the basketball right now. Listen to this, family.
You can dribble this basketball 15 times consecutively without missing. Look here, I'm going to give you $500. Now, I know you and your family can use $500. I can tell by looking at you that you can use a lot more than $500.
He said him and his family could use $500, and he could tell from looking at him, he could use more than $500. Stereotypical, he thinks in all actuality in his mind that, just because he's a black child, that his family, ain't got no money or no wealth accumulated for themselves. Truth be told, this is a lot of racist stereotypes that come out of the WWE that never went unchecked for far too long. And on my channel, we gotta break things down with that black mind that we got, and expose things that need to be exposed, such as this. But let's continue. And he kicked it. He kicked the ball out of his hand. The young brother was dribbling the ball, doing his thing with the ball, you know what I mean? Then, he kicks the ball from under him, you know what I mean? And he ain't going to pay the young brother either. Yeah, that's enough of that. Like initially, I said I set out to do the video of displaying the $1 million man and Virgil and being a coon, in that subservient Negro role as the dominant white society thinks that all black folks are supposed to be in. But when I went down the rabbit hole, I realized that the WWE got a long-standing history of anti-black racism that needed to be brought to the light, and I probably could have found more of it if I would have really dug in and did my homework and research like I do, but it's a lot of anti-black racism that came from the WWE, and Hulk Hogan is, was even on some old anti-black racism himself. It just, we got to expose these kinds of things and bring it to the light. And Vince McMahon and his company, if you ask me, the WWE has a long-standing track record of anti-black racism. Just my thoughts on the matter, and I had to expose it with the family. Peace.